Quality jackets are hard to find in a world made of synthetic polyester materials. Even a search on YouTube will leave you fruitless on quality old money jackets. So today I'll be showing you the jackets which in my experience exude the old money elegance. And at the end I'll show you all the secret to making these jackets stick out and blend as much as possible. So this video is going to be broken up into 3 parts. So the first part is formal old money wear. The second part is casual old money wear. And the third part, well, I guess you're gonna have to wait till the end to see what that is. So starting off the formal section, I'm gonna be diving into the suit jacket or the blazer. And no, I'm not talking about the Nike blazer. So the first thing that I want to go over with you guys is the materials that you should be getting your suit jackets and blazers in. The one thing you should not be getting your suit jackets and blazers in is polyester and those artificial materials. Guys, that is not meant to last. The materials I personally recommend are camel, cashmere, wool, linen, silk. I may be missing a few, but I know vicuña is also a good option if you have the money for it. Now, colorways that you want to be going for in these suit jackets and blazers are going to be whatever the heck you want, as long as it's not like a bright red, neon yellow, neon green. Stick to the neutral color palette as always. Now, the most important part about suit jackets and blazers that a lot of people miss out on is canvassing. So a full canvas means that there's 3 layers of fabric in your suit throughout the entire suit except for the arms. So you want to be looking for a suit that has canvassing all over the body. Now next, I'm going to be telling you guys about the overcoat because I want you guys to look like y'all love independence and like this is 1776. I'm joking, I don't want you guys to look like that. I instead want you guys to look like y'all are in Italy right now and y'all are at the peak of fashion in Italy. Now, overcoats are one of the most amazing pieces in my opinion, for jackets at least. And the materials I recommend are the exact same as the suit jackets. So that's going to be camel, cashmere, wool, linen, silk, and even vicuña if you can afford it. But the colorways I recommend are only going to be actually 3 different colorways. The first one's actually going to be navy. Navy goes with a lot of different colors. And you'll notice that when people dress old money, they like to use navy more than almost every other color. The second color I'll recommend is probably the least interesting, and that's black. Mainly because black is the most versatile color. You can pair it with absolutely almost anything during the winter. Now the third colorway is camel. Now camel works for some people, it doesn't work for others. I just recommend that you experiment with them and try them on before you get them to know which colorways go best with your skin tone. Now jumping into the casual section, what I don't want to see you guys wearing is normal zip up hoodies. Even if they're made of cashmere, guys, it does not work. Instead, I'm going to be recommending to you 3 of my favorite jackets for the casual section. There are definitely more jackets you can go with, but these are my 3 favorite. Now, starting from my least favorite jacket to my most favorite jacket out of my top 3, we're going to be starting off with the Harrington jacket. Now, with the Harrington jacket, we pose the biggest question of all: waxed or unwaxed? Now, no, I'm not talking about a Brazilian. I'm simply talking about the material. Now, whether you want your jacket to be waxed or unwaxed is completely up to you, but I personally find that waxed cotton gives it a much smoother feel. Now, the big thing about these Harrington jackets is they do have a collar on them, which makes them a lot more sophisticated than a lot of the other jackets you see that kind of look like this. The thing that sets a lot of Harrington jackets apart, especially from Loro Piana and Brunello, are going to be their lining materials though. That's something you want to pay attention to when you're buying jackets. And personally, when I'm buying jackets, I make sure my lining materials are not artificial. So yet again, you want to be sticking to camel, cashmere, wool, linen, silk lining materials. The outer material, in my opinion, does not really matter as much because that's what's going to be keeping you from getting wet when it's raining and keeping you from all of the elements. Now, colorways for the Harrington, I like to keep it pretty simple. So for the Harrington jacket, the colorways that I would recommend are going to be black, gray, white, navy, maybe even a camel if you want to spice it up. These are just my personal preferences on colorways. You know, whatever works for your skin tone is going to be what you should wear. Now, the second jacket, and honestly, one that you might not think is very old money, is going to be the windbreaker. Now guys, I don't want you to be dressing up like a human trash bag. Please avoid windbreakers that look like that. The windbreakers I'm talking about, I'll have a few on screen. I know every big luxury retailer like Brunello, Loro Piana, Canali, all of those, they all have windbreakers on their websites. Now what sets their windbreaker apart from the windbreakers that you can find at Walmart? So the main thing, like I've been talking about this whole time, is the lining materials. Lots of their windbreakers are lined with cashmere, which is amazing for the winter. And the reason we even want to be wearing windbreakers, even though they don't seem very old money, is because they keep you warm, especially when it's windy outside, guys. You should always be comfortable. You should never have to be miserable for fashion. Now, for colorways on windbreakers, I've only ever gone with two things. I've liked to keep it simple with these because it's rare occasions when I do use them. So for colorways, I simply go with white and black because they're the most versatile of every single color out there. Now onto the jacket that y'all have probably been waiting for this whole time. I guarantee y'all have not heard about it on my channel yet, and this is the Loro Piana Traveler. Now, the thing that sets this jacket apart from every other jacket that's like it is simply just the lining materials. The lining materials to the Traveler are going to be cashmere, wool, and it's so hard to find those in other jackets. The closest jackets to the Loro Piana Traveler are going to be M65 coats and safari coats, and I have yet to find any with decent lining materials, honestly. The closest I've found is a navy Woolrich one that was all beat up on eBay. Now, in my opinion, the thing that sets this jacket apart from the other ones, just for me, is the fact that you can unzip or like unsheath the hood from the back. The cool thing about this to me is that I find it perfect for when I'm hiking or when I'm just out and about and I don't want to have a hood dangling behind me the whole time. I can simply just unzip it and pull the hood out. It's honestly so amazing. Now, the colorways that I personally recommend for the Traveler jacket is going to be burgundy, burnt orange, khaki, and navy. You've probably seen people like Gestad Guy in one of his latest videos rocking the burgundy Traveler jacket. You've probably seen Emo Godzi wearing the navy Traveler jacket. In my opinion, it is the most timeless old money jacket out there for casual wear, and it is a statement piece in itself for the whole old money community. Now this jacket is perfect for me because I love hiking and being outdoors, but I also love looking stylish and not always having a hood on my coat at the same time. That being said, please, the number one mistake that I see when people buy coats like these is they buy them too big. Make sure not to buy them too big because otherwise they'll look extremely goofy on you. Now, before I jump into what this big secret is, I want to go into one honorable mention for outerwear, and that's going to be puffer vest colorways. So puffer vests are absolutely amazing, but the colorways you choose are going to be setting you apart from everybody else. Now, the colorways I've always gone for in puffer jackets is simply just navy, gray, black, and maybe even throw in a burgundy from time to time. Darker, more neutral colors are always going to be better for these puffer vests, and I just thought it was an honorable mention since we were talking about outerwear here. Now for the secret that y'all have been waiting for the whole video, and this is going to make your jacket stick out and blend as much as possible. Now that's simply what you wear under the jackets. So whether it's a quarter zip, sweater, polo, collared shirt, sweater, polo, or a turtleneck, it's gonna make your jacket look so much better. Now depending on the weather that day is gonna be where you switch it up, and depending on the occasion is gonna be where you switch it up. Now the materials for these matter more than the materials for your jackets. Especially if you have bought a polyester jacket, I recommend that you go for a more natural material for these under jacket garments. Now, colorways for these, do whatever you want as long as it matches with your coat and the rest of your outfit. I personally do not recommend using more than 3 colors in your entire outfit because that just brings you into a whole different realm, which I don't recommend experimenting into.